Now remember, protests have erupted across Iran as citizens react to the worsening economic crisis. As we have been telling you, inflation has surged above 42%, while the national currency has lost nearly half its value against the US dollar over the past year. Prices for food and healthcare have skyrocketed, rising 72% and 50% year-on-year respectively. Shopkeepers and students have taken to the streets in major cities against the government and the political system itself. The unrest, remember, marks the largest wave of protests since 2022. In response, President Masoud Pezeshkian has reshuffled top economic officials. The government is pushing ahead with long-delayed currency reforms. This includes eliminating the subsidized exchange rate for essential goods, replacing it with direct payments to consumers. Authorities have combined these reforms with a security crackdown, deploying police and paramilitary forces to the affected areas. Officials acknowledge the economic roots of this unrest while warning against violence and hoarding. Iran's economic crisis has been fueled by years of sanctions, rising regional tensions, and a weakening rial. The government is also exploring alternative trade channels, including cryptocurrency, for high-value transactions. Analysts warn that while currency reforms may help in the short term, underlying structural challenges and political constraints could limit their effectiveness. As the Russia-Ukraine war enters into the All right, let's tell you more from the Russia-Ukraine war. As this war enters into the new year, a look at 2025. And it showed how challenging it was for Ukrainian forces to hold back advancing Russian troops. According to Deep State, Russian forces occupied just around 4,000 square kilometers of Ukrainian territory in 2025, which is less than 1% of the entire country. In the year-end assessment published on the 1st of January, the Ukrainian open-source mapping project Deep State reported that Russia made a tiny fraction of 0.72% territorial gains last year. The largest advances were in Donetsk, where Russian occupation rose to 78% of the oblast, a 10-point increase year-on-year. Smaller gains were recorded in Zaporizhia and Sumy, while Kherson remained unchanged at 72% occupied. Crimea, meanwhile, continued to be fully under Russian control. In total, Russia claims to control more than 116,000 square kilometers, or 19.25% of the Ukrainian territory, since the start of Russia's annexation of the Donbas and Crimea regions in 2014. Ukraine's General Staff has estimated that Russia lost more than 418,000 troops in 2025 alone. According to the Institute for the Study of War, Russia seized more than 4,800 square kilometers of Ukrainian territory last year, which was less than 1% of the country. The report noted how Moscow regained 473 square kilometers that Ukrainian forces had taken in Kursk Oblast in 2025. It claimed that the daily Russian rate of advance in 2025 was 13.24 square kilometers per day, which is higher than the daily average of 9.87 square kilometers per day in 2024.